Welcome to Football Game Plan's FCS Kickoff, presented by the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Mike McCarthy is the producer behind the boards. Round 2 of the FCS playoffs are done. Now it's on to round 3, and that's what we have in store for you guys as we kick off this week's episode. Like I said before, there's nothing else but playoff football on this episode, so we'll jump right into it with the Friday night matchup as Weber State travels to James Madison. The biggest key in this game for the Wildcats, in my opinion, is their passing game. In order to beat James Madison, you have to be able to win a one-dimensional game. The Dukes do a great job of taking away one aspect of your offense, and is usually the running game. So can Stephen Cantwell, who's a dual-threat guy, win solely with his arm? That'll be the biggest question. For James Madison, they'll have to be able to get off to a great start offensively. The Wildcats have played stellar defense all season long and do a great job in getting off the field. We've seen the Dukes get off to a slow start before this season, and in this game that can't happen. I like James Madison in this one. Where the Dukes do a lot of damage and have a lot of success is inside the red zone on both sides of the ball, and they'll be able to maximize their drives en route to a close victory. They say styles make fights, and we have a classic matchup here between Kennesaw State and Sam Houston State. The Owls' defense has been as consistent as they come. What's been impressive is that in their playoff games, they've rendered both Samford and Jacksonville State ineffective. Those are two of the better offenses in the FCS. Now, this game provides the biggest challenge yet in Sam Houston State. It may be a situation where their offense will have to aid their defensive efforts in this one, especially facing an offense that doesn't need long to score. The Bearcats are a well-oiled offensive machine, and they can spread the field and beat you with speed. In my opinion, their best chance to win involves them doing what they've always done, and that's making the game a track meet. The key is to force Kennesaw State to maximize each and every possession. Where I worry about the Bearcats is defensively, because they play so fast on offense. Their defense is on the field for a lot of plays, and that can wear them down toward the back half of a game, especially against a running offense. I'm calling for the upset here. I like Kennesaw State in this one. The one thing they don't do is beat themselves, and you have to be that way in order to have a shot against the Bearcats. So look for them to take that shot and move on to the next round. Intriguing matchup here between New Hampshire and South Dakota State. The Wildcats have found a way to get it done in the first 2 rounds, and to be completely honest, their defense has played some really great football and really gives them a chance in each and every game they play. Offensively, we've seen them be a bit inconsistent on the year, and they'll need to play flatline ball in this game in order to win. The Jackrabbits have a 3-headed offensive juggernaut in quarterback Taron Christian, tight end Dallas Goddard, and wide receiver Jake Winicky. But when you look at a secret key to this game, I look at running back Brady Mangrelli behind fullback Kane Lauscher, and that big offensive line leading on this stingy Wildcats defense. To me, that'll ultimately be the difference in the game. I like South Dakota State in a close one. This is going to be a really good game between Wofford and North Dakota State. If you love defense, you'll love this matchup. The Terriers have quietly put together a stout defense this season on both ends. They've done a great job of taking the ball away, being very opportunistic. Versus North Dakota State, winning early in the down and distance is going to be the biggest key to victory for them on both sides of the ball. The Bison are coming off of a beatdown of San Diego that saw them dominate from start to finish. Alignment, assignment, and execution is the name of the game versus a team like Wofford. The Bison also can't afford to lose possession to an option team, especially a great one like the Terriers. Otherwise, it could be a long day in the Fargo Dome. I still like the Bison to win. It'll be hard fought, but the North Dakota State football team still has that championship depth that'll get them through a tough game. So that's it for this week's episode of the FCS Kickoff. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts, and don't forget to check out and subscribe on iTunes, and be sure to leave us a 5-star rating for the FCS Opening Drive podcast, where David Hashagen and myself bring you around the FCS, give you the news, notes, and tidbits coming from the football championship subdivision.